We're live again. This is James Smitty speaking from trainingsites.io, and today I've got kind of an interesting video for you because we're going to talk a little bit about Canva. Now, if you're new to creating online courses, but you've been on the internet a bit, you've probably heard about Canva because it's a tool that the majority of us use to create all of our featured images. All of the images that we use when we're creating blog posts or social media posts seems to always be Canva. There's a couple other ones that I've used in the past, for example, like Snappa that I really like, but Canva seems to be the go-to. And normally, what I would do is come on and say, this is how to use Canva, but I'm going to talk about something else today, and you should pay attention because there's a couple secret areas of Canva that I think can really make a big difference on creating better courses. When I talk about better courses, what I'm thinking about is how do I actually create more engaging content other than just using Canva to do a featured image. So that's what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to go over kind of how the structure is what most people use Canva for. And obviously you can still use it for that. I'm not saying don't use it, but the other pieces that are there are something that you're going to want to at least look at and learn about if you're serious about creating more than one online course, or you're in a market that maybe needs a little more meat other than a talking head video or a screen capture and some text. So let's get into it. We'll take a look at it. And of course, at the end, I'll leave all of the links and all of the additional materials. And again, if you want all of this done for you, we teach about it at trainingsites.io, but we also do it all for you. We have a number of plans to help you start, build, and grow your education business. And done for you, done with you. It's up to you on how you want to proceed. The thing is, you got to start building courses and start teaching online. So here's normally what happens when we get into Canva. If I go take a look and I join the Canva site, or I look at the Canva site, you go, great, I understand it's for creating graphics and they have a lot of templates. And you're probably thinking, what are the templates for? And the templates, when they started out, it was just for creating graphics. And it was a tool that allows you to create and edit particular templates. And they have thousands and thousands and thousands of templates. And the editor for using these graphics is pretty straightforward and easy to use once you get the hang of it. So you can go and open a free account just to get started, and that's enough to learn how to use the editor. Normally what happens when you're creating an online course is you've got a couple of graphics that you normally have to spend some time with, right? The first thing is if you're going to go and you're going to start designing, it's like there's documents you can create, whiteboards, presentations, social videos, prints, websites. There's all of these things, but the ones we normally look at are the featured images. So what is the big image for our online course that shows up in the header and the course? And you may even have a featured image for each of the individual lessons. And you may stop there and go, well, that's great. What else can you do with Canva? Well, the other things that you can get involved with and play around with, of course, is that when you're using these tools, let's say, for example, you are doing a screen capture, but it's a PowerPoint presentation. You can use Canva to create all of the slides or the slide deck that you need to do the actual presentation. So you could use it for the presentation. And again, there's all sorts of templates for that to help you along. And there's some really great templates. What else do you need? Well, maybe you have a slide deck, but you need some images that relate to the content that you're speaking. Well, Canva has a great library of graphics that you can just use and cut and copy and paste and put it into your content. Well, that's great. What else can I do? Well, maybe there's a process that you're showing and you need to have something that helps you kind of explain what's happening. Well, you can also create infographics with your courses, which are all here. Again, all sorts of templates to look at. What else do you need? Well, we're going to send some emails after and do some marketing. So social media posts, there's graphics or all sorts of stuff you need for your social media posts, and even the images that you're using in and around all of that online marketing that you're doing, whether you're creating an ebook or any kind of presentation, something along those lines. Even workbooks you can create here to really make your courses stand out. Now, that's enough to think of, but what about if you understand there's graphics there, but you're probably wondering, how do I make my course stand out? I understand I can put this stuff in, but how do I put it all together? Well, a lot of times what people will do at this point is they go, well, I'm just going to go to ChatGPT and I'm going to go and I'm going to say, give me a syllabus for my course. And it'll put out a syllabus. Or they're going to say, okay, create the content for lesson 1, topic 1. And it'll spit out the content. But how do you really structure the syllabus? Well, I'm going to show you a couple little things here that are interesting at Canva that you may not have noticed and you should really check out. What is it? If you go to the Canva account here at the top, you'll see that they've got the design spotlight, which is here, where you can see there's whiteboards and PDFs and graphs and charts and video editors and photo editors, logos, posters, all of that stuff is here. And that's where most people hang out. They use all of this stuff and they go through all the templates and they pick kind of the templates. But if you look across the top of the menu, you're going to see that there's a menu called Education. Now, this Education menu is intended for teachers and or students and or schools to manage all of their online learning. And you can see that there's some interesting things here. One of them is LMS integrations. And again, we use LearnDash, or we're WordPress based. Most of the ones we do are ones that you own the content, you own the training site, and you use tools like Lifter and Tutor LMS and LearnDash. Or for example, if you're using a tool like Moodle where you're installing it on your own. So that's for integrating it directly into it. And then on the other hand, if you look down, you can see that there's one called Teaching Resources. And this is the one I want you to go take a look at, not because you're going to have an education account, but more importantly, to see how they put together the courses, the materials that they've used, and also the order in which they've created the content. And it's going to give you some great ideas on how you can create better courses other than just, here's my talking head, here's my screen capture, here's a download. Okay, so take a look in Education, take a look at Teaching Resources, and you're going to see some neat things. So let me go and give you an example. I'll just pull one over here. Here's one as an example. Put this one up this morning. I'm logged into the account here, my particular account. And I just want to tell you, one of the things with a paid account that's kind of nice is when you're using Canva is that you do have the ability to use what's called your brand. And in your brand, it allows us, for example, to create or include all of our logos, all of our font colors, all of our fonts, styles, and colors, all of the brand colors, everything that's here is available for or graphics in our particular brand. That's a paid account, and obviously it helps when you're creating all this content for your online courses. So if I go back, and let's go back one more here, and I'm just going to we'll go back to Education, and if I go to Education and Projects, let's go to this one here, and I go to Teaching Resources, and I'm looking at, so we've got all sorts of ready to teach lessons that are here, 100% free to ready to launch curriculum lessons, courses that are already done, an education library, all sorts of different things here. So let's just take a look at the library, and you're going to see that they have lessons already set up for you to take a look at. And again, I'm not talking about using these. I'm talking about looking how they are actually using professional teacher skills and how you can use it for yourself. And some of the menus that are on here, you can take a look at resource types on the left-hand side. They have all sorts of different lessons that are available. So here's introductions to waves, for example, the solar system. These are ones that are already done, math lessons, English lessons. They've got presentations that are all available here. So again, these are all ones, whiteboards, infographics, flash studies. These ones are nice, simple ones that you can use that are already structured for your particular course. So go around and play in there, and I think you're going to be amazed at how much you can sort of noodle this and figure out how else can I make my course a little bit better. Creating content about your online courses isn't just about AI tools and content. You still have to make sure that it's engaging and gets people involved. Depending on what it is that you're teaching, you might want to look at these and look at ways on how you can take traditional teaching things when you're an entrepreneur and apply them to make your courses better. If this stuff is of interest to you, if you want to create better courses, if you're interested in having courses made for you and or with you, we're here to help at trainingsites.io. I'd love to go through some of it with you. You can always go and visit trainingsites.io/talk and book some time with us. We also have all sorts of courses that go over how to do this yourself. We do these on a regular basis. If there's a particular topic you want to see or stuff you want to see when it comes to creating online courses or creating a training site or building an education business, again, we're here to help. If you want to like and subscribe and all of the great stuff, I'd appreciate it. Any of the links that we've talked about are in the bottom of the screen. So I want you to take care, expect the best. We'll be back tomorrow with another live tutorial from trainingsites.io.